Hello, we are so back. So you know that feeling. That feeling maybe you've just done something really cool. I don't know, maybe you told your crush you liked them and then they said they liked you back. And then like when you're walking down the street, you just got to skip in your step. You're just like looking at the birds. You're like, yes, sir. You know, you're just going down and you're just in that happy vibing state where you just feel it. You're just feeling yourself. You're just feeling awesome. And it feels like the world is treating you better. You know what I mean? You feel invincible. Like you go to the coffee shop, you talk to the barista there, and they can't help but be happy around you. They can't help but like you because you have this infectious energy, this infectious zest for life. You can just do that every day. Like, I mean, not always, sometimes you feel sad, but you can choose to do that. You can just do that. You can go out and you can be the Disney princess walking through the woods, singing to the birds and they come and land on your finger. You can be that person. You can be Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3, you know, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3, where he's walking down the street. And people will find you magnetic. You know, people talk about the term magnetic and then like all the stupid ass red pill people are like, yeah, you've got to pretend to do this. You've got to pretend to do this. No. You've got to just flirt with life. If you're only flirting with girls or boys, whatever, if you're just flirting with people that you're trying to basically have sex with, people know that you're not genuine because you're not just genuinely magnetic. You're putting on a front and eventually they'll find that out. But if you're flirting with life, if you're flirting with everything, if you're flirting with the sidewalk that you're walking down, if you're flirting with the 80-year-old person that works at the library, it's not sexual flirting. You're just flirting with life. And people will find that magnetic. And then, you know, if someone you like happens to find you flirtatious and magnetic, then maybe that can go somewhere. But you just got to go and flirt with the whole world. You know, I saw an Instagram post about this and it really got me thinking. And I just did it this morning. You know, I talked to the person at the coffee shop. I had a good time. I talked to someone in the line at the hardware store. I had a good time. I was chatting with the guys. I just got back from the gym, hence the sports clothes. I'm having a good time. And good things happen to you. Holy shit, a wasp. He didn't even see. Everything's going great. So why don't we do this more often is the question, right? It's like, yeah, that seems easy enough. That seems like a good idea, but why haven't we been doing this already, right? And it's because with flirting, in both contexts, you know, with a boy or girl versus with the world, we're afraid of rejection, right? Like rejection sucks. We're hardwired to hate rejection and we don't want to do it. However, when you just put yourself in this elevated state of being, if you flirt with something, and I'm not talking about boys and girls, I'm really trying to make that distinction, but if you flirt with something in the world and it rejects you, it refuses to flirt back. If you're just feeling yourself, that's their loss, no? Like if you want to be happy and you want to spread that happiness, come on, like don't feel rejected. Do not feel rejected. It's not personal. It's because they just don't understand that you're simply trying to be happy, that you're simply choosing to do this because it is a choice, right? And if you feel rejected by that, yes, it sucks. Yes, it's disheartening if I try to start a conversation with someone and they give me nothing. I've done my best. I've done my best. And you can pick me up on that and you can run with me and we can move up together or you can not. I'm going that way anyway. You see me? Like I've really been going through a lot when I tend to think about, you know, like confidence. Because it's a hard thing because people say just be confident and you say, how the hell do I do that? But you just kind of do whatever you want and then you smile about it the whole time. And that's confidence, isn't it? You have what you want and you do it. And then you don't necessarily apologize because you know that it's the right thing to do for you. And sometimes you don't know what the right thing to do is. And then it's very hard to be confident. And you know, you don't have to be confident all the time. But with things that I know how to do, like, you know, just talk to a random stranger, I can be confident in doing that, you know? I'm not confident with everything I ever do in my life. That's overconfidence, you know, that's silly. But there are some things that you can be confident of. And if you just walk forward and you do everything that you know how to do with confidence, people appreciate that, you know? You're being unapologetic. And yeah, you can just choose to have that spring in your step. Like, honestly, think about the last time you had that spring in your step. You know, for a lot of people, it comes from, their crush, but maybe you submitted an assignment and you nailed it, and then you're like skipping home after that. Maybe that's something that's really important to you. Maybe someone gave you a compliment and that made you feel really great, and that's what got you to do this. But think about the last time you did that, and then just replicate it. Just do it again. Just do it as often as you can, And then you'll just be that confident, that magnetic person, because life is a mirror. It doesn't change until you do. And then it simply just reflects your actions. So once you make this choice to flirt with the world will flirt back with you. Fantastic. You see what I'm saying here? So I know I talk in metaphors sometimes and people can get like lost in the sauce, but you see what I'm saying? Life's a mirror. So go and make a change, and it'll show you what you want to see. All right, that's it. Yeah. Cool. I'm so back, by the way. I mean, sorry about the last thing I posted was like over 2 weeks ago about Jeffrey Epstein and all that stuff, and I was in this exact spot right here, and I was super bummed out about it, and I've taken a bit of a break from like filling my brain up with that kind of social media. Like, I was watching a lot of YouTube stuff because I wanted to be informed. But like, for the first time in my life, and I genuinely mean this, like, I'm not just saying, oh, for the first time in my life, like, for the first time in my life, the bad news was actually affecting me because it was like earth-shattering news, and it still is. However, life goes on. And it's good to shield yourself, good to protect yourself, and just kind of just keep doing whatever you got to do. Because like, I know that, but part of staying young, I'm talking about this in my next video, part of staying young is keeping the joy in your heart. And I don't want to become some old jaded motherfucker who only talks about sad things. So I'm back to flirting with life and just putting out the changes I want to see. All right. See you guys next time. I hope you like that one. I didn't script it. Want it to be genuine. I hope you like it.